Well, hey there. Went through a big cattail swamp, cattail marsh, to get out to an island that I wanted to check out. It's pretty remote, and the island's got a couple of points sticking out into the cattail marsh. It's pretty secluded. Not really seeing any sign of any hunters being in this area, but when I got up onto the island, I started finding buck beds right away, mostly younger bucks, 2-year-olds. But out on the edge of the cattail marsh, I found some tall rubs from last fall, at least a 3-year-old, maybe a 4-year-old. So I wanted to get in here and take a look. And after I found all these buck beds on this island, I came out to one of the tips of one of the points where I expected there to be buck beds, and because it's such an advantage for the buck. And we'll show you what a couple of these buck beds right here look like. The first one that's being used is a little more subtle. It's a little bit more difficult to recognize, and that's why I'm putting up these videos. You know, I've got a lot of guys asking me how to find these buck beds. This is at least a 3-year-old in Michigan public land. It's a good buck. And it appears to me that he's still alive. I'm finding his tracks, dropping sign. You know, he's got droppings over 3/4 of an inch. The second bed I'm going to show you just over from this one has just been used, and I think he's using it and in it, and was in it last fall too. So let's take a look at these beds. So as you step from the cattail marsh and come up onto this island, you know, one of the first things I see out on the end of this little point is this buck bed, and it's not real obvious if you don't know what you're looking for. It's got a little bit of growth down on the bottom of the bed, but you know, there's a definite dent and discoloration there. There's deer hair in the bed. And then you know, knowing that it's a buck bed, you can see that he broke that over last fall, and there's an old rub right in the bed. Pretty nice little point that we're on here, and let's go over and look at this other bed that he's spending most of his time in, maybe 20 feet away from that bed I just showed you. You know, sometimes he's laying right here, big bed right here. Here's a rub right in the bed, and then here's the bed that he's using most often. This is really a big bed. You know, that's probably 5 feet across anyway. Pretty wide, fresh deer hair right up on top of everything, right in the bed. And you know, again, we've got rubs right in the bed, and we're right on the tip of this island. So there's 2 real nice buck beds right on the tip of this island where I anticipated there would be. You know, that's right down to the dirt in the middle of it with fresh deer hair on it. And I cut his tracks short distance from here, and again, those bigger droppings over 3/4 of an inch. You know, this is a buck bed that's getting used a lot. And we'll add it to the list.